Hello everybody, Nine and Des. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing good. I am doing just fabulous. I'm all gusted up because I had an audition for a commercial, so that's why I look pretty today, don't I? No, I'm only kidding. There is so much going on today. I don't know where my mind's going to go with this, so maybe have a cuppa or have a shotta. I'm just saying. Not a shitta. Let's start out with the obvious. Today, or tomorrow, is supposed to be the day of the rapture. There are so many people in the United States of America and other fundamentalists, whatever the kind of hell Republican Jesus folks there are out there. They are selling their homes and their cars. One lady said that she was angry because her boss wouldn't give her the time off because the Rapture's today or tomorrow or back in 2000. So if you start seeing people, unalive and alive, the unalive ones coming out of the ground and floating up, or you see the ones that are here floating up like this, that would be a rapture, apparently. I was watching, oh yeah, the lady with the boss wouldn't give her the day off. He fired her, she said. But apparently, she was stealing from the company or something, and surveillance finally caught up to her. They could prove it, so we fired her. But she goes, I have to be home for the rapture. I have to be with my family. Maybe you should have thought of that before you were out thieving and criming. Standing there bawling and crying on your TikTok. Pretty soon, you're going to be the only people that'll be able to be on TikTok with that AI company taking it over. They're going to redo the algorithm. Wonder if they'll let Canadians get paid on that. Probably not. So anyway, yeah, the Rapture's supposed to be today. But people actually selling their homes and their vehicles, yeah, it's a thing. So we'll see. Well, we know what's going to happen. They're still going to be here. They'll have no jobs. They'll have no house to live in. They won't even have a car to live in. Oh my God, how do people get sucked in that hard? Now, they're all going to be floating up to Christ, apparently. And you know how when you say something in one country, it means something different in another country? Well, my friend in Australia was doing her show, and she said, well, she's not my friend. I watch her all the time. I subscribe to her channel. But she actually said, and this just cracked my ass up, she said, so prepare for tomorrow or Wednesday, the 23rd or 24th, because people are going to be, I don't even know if I'll get away with saying this on here, but they're going to be rapturously sucked off. Oh, Libby, I'm sorry, honey, but that means something totally different on this side of the water. It really does. It means totally different. But speaking of being raptured, did you hear what happened at the memorial service? This is a funeral for a man, and they were all, I'm going to say MAGAs and evangelicals, but grinded to a halt. It was overworked and underpaid, shall we say. Yep, looks like the Republicans screeched Grinder to a bit of a halt there. And when there's a website you can go to detect something or other, I don't know, but you can go to a website and find out where the glitch is. So naturally it was in Arizona and 2 counties around it. Big red. So with those, I don't know, tens of thousands of people that were in that stadium, I'm pretty sure there was 1 or 2 gay boys in there. Apparently there's a lot more than that. You know, if they would just step out of the closet, because theirs is revolving. They're only gay when they're on the down low cheating on their wives, apparently. But can you imagine if they just stepped out of the closet and became who they were? This world would be a hell of a better place, you know that? It's called, like Tim Wall said, mind your own damn business. If they're not directly affecting you or nobody else is directly affecting you, shut the feck up. How about that? So that's 2 things down. The next one is, I think it's got to do with Palantir. I'm not 100% there because I read this quick before I come out here to do this. It's too wet out here for Vivi. It's soaking. And she got big shaggy feet right now. She has to go to groomer next week. So I'm not letting her out in the wet. So apparently these guys, when they get immigrants come in, they take DNA samples. But they're not happy with that. They want to have a database with every American citizen's DNA in it. And if you're not upset or worried about that, I think you better do a little more digging into this, because that is not a good thing. The neighbor's over there pounding on something. Jesus, we got rapturing, we got offing. I guess after what they called Nancy Mace, I guess maybe she would be one of the biggest suckers. Is that right? But anyway, so we got that. And then, Jimmy Kimmel is coming back tonight. But Sinclair, on their 178 ABC stations that they own, are not going to air it. They're going to put some news program on. Maybe it'll be about the rapture, and we get to see them all floating up. Remember Heaven's Gate, where they found the whole community unalived because they believed shit like that? What are they going to do when tomorrow comes, nobody's floating up there? Or what do they do when Thursday comes and nobody's floating up there? They will have some big friggin' excuse because they don't realize that their Republican Jesus is lying to them. He is. He's lying to them. So we got that, but Jimmy Kimmel is back tonight, and apparently his guest is Gavin Newsom. So you gotta know they aren't gonna go kind on the mango moose knuckle. And Jimmy Kimmel, on the Tuesday that they told him that they weren't going to air his show, he had a response to the message he gave the night before. And if anybody looked any harder, they would have seen the message that he put out for Mr. Conservative Boy and his wife and their kids, saying that it was horrible that they lost a husband and a father. He said that. He did. And he said him and Molly give their condolences and they're sorry that this happened to their family. And then what he said was 100% true. And then you had Voldemort get up there. This was some kind of service, let me tell you. This was a friggin' political rally. That's what this was. Everybody going on preaching about what they're going to do to everybody that's not Christian. This whole world has to be Christian, which is bullshit. I know what Christianity did to me when I needed it most. I was turned away. Told to go back to my husband. I'd be dead if I went back to him. Not this one. Not this one. This is the best thing since sliced bread that I'm married to. It's the sweetest man that's ever come down the pike, I swear to God. He's such a good man. Such a good man. He's a good dad. Great husband. And he puts up with all of this every day. And then Stephen Voldemort gets up there going on about this speech about what they're going to do and everything else. And apparently from a couple other things I read, that's a plagiarized speech that he's using that belonged to Joseph Goebbels. Yeah, had it translated to English, so it's not quite the same meaning, but he took a lot of that speech from Goebbels. How they're everything and everybody else is shit. Blame them, blame them. Blame them as the Democrats, I would imagine, and anybody that isn't an evangelical maniac. So yeah, so they're all up there doing that. Every single one of the cabinet got up there and spoke. Like I said, this thing was like 5, 7, 8 hours long. They had like firecracker cannons going off. They had bands. At the beginning it was nice. They had that nice orchestra type thing. Some singers singing hymns or whatever. I don't know. I don't get that stuff. But they had, and this put the fucking icing on the shit shingle for me. They had a merch shop. They were selling MAGA merch at this man's funeral. MAGA merch at a funeral. Does that not just cheapen this guy's memory? Like, I would be insulted if I was the widow. So you get that shit out of here. She should be Jesus in the temple overturning tables, doing that, making money off of his death. That pissed me off. So there's all that. And then the mango moose knuckle himself. I didn't think he was going to go. But he went to the UN today to give a speech. Him and Melania. Well, he got there. See, he must be a jinx. Everything he touches turns to shit. Didn't he get there to go up on the escalator? Stopped halfway up. You hustle your fat arse up there and walk. So he used that and some other thing that didn't quite go his way. A door didn't open properly. See, that's one of the reasons that we don't need the UN. We need to totally revamp it. Why? Because an escalator broke. And then we find out that he's up there and he's berating every country in the world. That's a hoax. This is a hoax. That's a hoax. Climate change is a hoax because China is the biggest offender for clean air and all that stuff floats over to us. Then why are you adding to it? Drill, baby, drill. You've already got rid of FEMA to help your citizens, but you're okay getting more fossil fuels boosted up in the air over your country and have all them hurricanes and stuff, because there's a big one brewing. It's coming. And you're not going to give them any help because you're a selfish prick. So yeah, he pretty much called everybody down to the lowest. Every country in the world, there's over 150 countries that are on board right now to declare a two-state solution for Palestine. You know the two holdbacks? You betcha. Bibi and the mango moose knuckle. They're the two holdbacks. They're not going to do it. Because you see, if they split up the band between them two, then you got to know. One's going, well, they might even both go to prison someday. But Bibi Morton, you didn't see him at the UN, did you? Warrant out for his arrest. He won't show up. So yeah. International Interpol will get a hold of him, I guess, if he shows up. But Trump is calling everybody down the lowest. But that's why we tariffed these people, because we had to pay trillions of dollars for the Paris Climate Accord. What the actual fuck is he even talking about? So I know this has been a lot today, but holy frig. He is a lot. He is a lot. So he got up there. Everybody else got, I don't know, like 15 minutes or something. He took over an hour. And all he did was ramble on about shit he knows nothing about and doesn't have a clue about. It's just whatever he's made up. Whatever he's made up in his tiny little brain. Seriously. So that's the lay of the land so far today. Anyway, Nine loves you. Be good, be safe, and please take care of you first so you can take care of somebody else. We need a hug. We need a hug. I want to go downtown and see if anybody's going to float in the air. I got to make sure. I have to see it for myself. Please, somebody float in the air. Maybe I'll go to visit my father-in-law at the cemetery and see if he's going to float up the air. You think? There's about 5 people in that grave. Maybe they'll all come up and I'll meet Doug's grandmother. Never met her before. So if she gets floating up there, who knows, right? I might meet her. But good luck with those people that sold their homes and everything else. Had to be sold in a hurry, so I don't think they got what they wanted for it. But anyway, I love you. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're going to leave a comment, be nice. Don't be a shit. And hangers on. Ooh, Nina loves you so much, and thanks for hanging on another day. Just like the rest of us. Some days, it's a breath at a time that we have to hang on. So I can't wait to watch Jimmy Kimmel's monologue tonight. If you can't see it in your area, go to YouTube and go to Jimmy Kimmel's YouTube channel. You'll see his monologue there. That's where I watch it. Just saying. So yeah, go there on YouTube and check out Jimmy Kimmel tonight. Sometimes you can get his guests, and I'm going to look for Gavin Newsom's interview with him. That should be good, right? So anyway, like me, love me, share me. Don't forget to subscribe. And take care, everybody. Take care. Be mindful of those people floating up. I don't want you to get caught up in it, okay? I love y'all. Mwah. Take care. I love you.